What's going on, guys and girls? Welcome to another episode of Kings of the Vote. I am one of your hosts, D. We have another host here from across the pond. Say, what's up, Ms. Ark?
Mazark. My name's Mazark. How are we doing today? And hello.
And we got another one here. You know the DJ. D, what's up, man?
What's up, everybody? We back.
Exactly, with another episode. And we're going to hop into this topic here. Of course, the basis is Power Rangers. And we have something of a news, or lack thereof. We have nothing about this upcoming Power Rangers reboot movie coming out. Do you think that's a detriment? Like, why we don't hear that? We ain't even get no casting, no. Okay, we're still working on it. We ain't getting no nothing. Like, it's dry out there.
I just kind of think that the reason why it might be so dry is either they're trying to figure stuff out properly, or that they don't know just yet. And rather than say, "Hey, we're going to produce this person, or this person's going to be in it," they just turn around and say, "It's probably best if we just kind of wait for a bit and then bring it in, like kind of like maybe 10 times later or something like that." That's how I kind of that's how I'm kind of looking at it. It'll probably come soon, but at the end of the day, it's gonna happen in 10,000 years time.
Now, I was just looking at it like they kind of treat it like Transformers. That's how I'm still going with that part. Like, I still think they gonna do that. Like, I mean, think about it. We just now getting a new one. You just now getting a
Right.
new one. Right? And how many we waiting for the regular Transformers? Like, besides the spinoff, I don't really care for the spinoff. But I mean,
It's been
Bumblebee
like
was
10
okay.
years.
Okay, and then it was supposed to be 10 Transformer movies though. We on the 10th one, right? Or eight?
I have no idea. Do you want to count Bumblebee? If that's the case, it's like 7 or 8 of them.
Hmm.
It was
You
supposed to. It
got
was contract
Transformers, you got Transformers 2, Rise of the
10,
Moon,
Revenge of the
Bumblebee, The
Fallen.
Last King, Revenge of the Fall. Yeah, I think it's like 7, 8 of them.
All right, so it puts you three more. So I guess they was contracted to what's his name? Michael Bay was contracted to do 10 Transformers movies. So we almost there, but they spaced it out so much. You know what I mean? They spaced it out so much. It's like, okay, so what they focus on now? So
The
now you got
Beast.
to space out, right? You could have focused on Power Rangers at the same time. Besides the toys, you could be focused on, hey, let's get this new one going. That'd be more money in pocket. They don't know how to market right over there. That's where the problem is. The market is not right over there.
But do you think they're scared? Because we had 3 movies out, 3 Power Ranger movies, and neither one of them was box office hits. Okay, so they're scared to put that property out. I will be, especially if it's my money and my investors' money. Like nobody want to put their money behind it. Um, for one, us fans are really, really entitled and picky and nitpicky about anything. The suits ain't the right color of pink and red, or there's 4 legs, there should only be two.
Speaking
We're
of
so minute about every detail, we kind of let stuff slack.
like that Power Ranger, that Pink Ranger comic book one. That people was picking back the white lines of the helmets and stuff like that from the comic.
Yes, yes, they are very petty picky, like petty picky.
I think when it comes down to being picky, I think there has to be some sort of level where it depends on how you see picky being. How do you say? Like you want it to be accurate. Like you want it to be stuff like, oh hey, like yeah, the T-Rex has got 2 legs. Yeah, the Mastodon's got 4 legs. Compared to where, like in the previous one, it was just like, well, the Mastodon's got 6 legs. I'd be like, that's not accurate, even in like say
Correct.
with dinosaurs in general. If it's something more like, so the Red Ranger is the wrong shade of red. It should be at least hexagon and far 2828 when this is 22248. It's slightly off, but it's just enough. It's like, fucking hell. It's what? But I think to some degree there you can be picky, but it's getting it right. Like if it, I mean, look at like the when everyone turned around and had a go at the movie in 2017 because the helmets weren't right. And that's true. Like, it doesn't look anything like it. The costume itself looks fine, like, the armored plated stuff, but the helmets to me were completely wrong and made me kind of go, I don't particularly like this.
Yeah, I get
They're
it.
like the only
Some of the
helmet they
helmets
made
were
right was
ugly.
the Red Ranger. They're like the only helmet they made right was the Red Ranger.
Yeah, it
To
looked
me,
it
it was
looked just
the
like
Green
it.
Ranger. And the Green Ranger.
Yeah.
The Green Ranger was, the pink one though. Well, at the female Green Ranger. Actually, that was kind of dope though. I actually like the female Green Ranger though. I just wish
The
they did more.
redesign of it.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of hot though. It was kind of hot though. That armor suit though.
Yeah, I enjoyed it all. The designs wasn't a big issue for me because I can kind of separate and just get into the story. If the story is compelling enough, I can turn an eye to a design flaw. But to the casual audience, people who's not a super fan like us who knows what the helmets look like, a lot of people who saw the movie didn't care about a mastodon having 6 legs because it was alien to them. They're just like, okay, well, whatever, it
Yeah,
looks cool to
yeah.
me.
The
So do you think
Triceratops
that's the
too.
issue? Yeah.
Yeah, the Mastodon and Triceratops was like a bunch of bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
the only
didn't
two
annoy
bugs.
me too much. It didn't. So I can kind of see it from a casual standpoint, and I can see it from a super fan. But would I let it fail or shit on the movie because it doesn't necessarily look like how I remember it? No. But I think that's where we got to so entitled with fan bases. This is not just Power Rangers. This is every fan base. We're so entitled to everything must be how we like it, how we see it. Fuck everybody else. I don't care about my
Like,
neighbor, but how I want it to be.
that movie was on the Fox, right? Lion
Yeah,
Gates, right?
like
Okay,
Lionsgate.
Yeah.
See, if they should they could. Well, I'm just saying, even though it was 2017, they could have done. They could have just added all the parts. If you're gonna put Tommy and Kimberly, you might as well add the rest of the Rangers. You might as well say, man, then that'd be a better, more collaboration where everybody was in there.
I
I mean, if they just showed up because Tommy and Kimberly, they didn't do anything.
Yeah,
They
they showed
literally
up
was
face
taking the
and put
picture.
the phone out. Like, nigga, y'all was Rangers too. My bad. Excuse my N word. I got a problem with that. I ain't mean this. Rachel, just to let y'all know, I'm not mean in the racial thing. It's a form of speech I does a lot. So
Right.
yeah, just letting y'all know that. But it's like, dude, I could do that too if you especially use a Power Ranger and use a Green Ranger and use a Pink Ranger, the original Mighty Morphin Power. I could do that too. Take a picture in the green
Yeah, but
screen.
they wasn't Power Rangers in that universe. I don't think they was just
No,
casual goers. That was just an Easter egg for us super fans.
yeah.
See, I don't like how they did that though. It's like why do that? Why you get a 3 minutes for that? They got paid for 3 minute frame. That I would not like that. But I would not like that Easter egg hunt on a movie though, man. That would irritate me to death. Like, why y'all did that? Make it a little bit longer. Like, yo, we're gonna have to help y'all real quick, so how to get done. And then that'd be dope. That'd be the best combination. You have them was already morphed and helping them with the Zords and stuff. Then that'd be dope. That'd
I
be
think
dope.
I think you like going back to the thing. It's like the way that I see it is the director wanted a title under his belt, very similar to how the guy who did Dragon Ball Evolution, where he didn't give a shit about what the brand was, where he was just like, oh, Goku can be a high school student. It's like, no, that's not how that is. That's not the character. Oh, the Saiyans are actually Uzarus are like they were under the control of the Namekians. And it's like that's not true as well. So with the director, he was more because I think it's in the behind the scenes or something where he was like, oh, this is mine. This is what's going to happen with me. This is only me. I don't care what anyone else thinks. And most of the scenes that have been deleted or that weren't in it were just it didn't match up. So like where you saw at the very end of the film where you saw Jason look over at Kimberly like, what the hell, we're about to die. I love you so much. Goodbye. There's no context behind it. But if you saw the the behind the scenes where basically Kimberly jumps him to almost like does something that no one should do to someone, and it's just like, why wouldn't you change that scene if you knew it wasn't coming in, or shoot multiple ones? I don't know. I just, and also with the Zords, like they weren't going to put the Zords in to combine a Megazord, and it's like, regardless if you break down every single season of Power Rangers, it is to the point where you have giant robots. That's literally what people remember. So if you didn't have that thing, why even have the Zords? You know, why even do it?
That's like he lost some weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an ugly
Those
little
skins,
design there.
It was
It had no face, no nothing.
Yeah, I feel that
it was mostly gray though. It didn't really have color.
The way that I see most of the stuff is, I think a lot of people still to this day, I think, really take the piss out of Power Rangers, where they don't give a shit, or, you know, it is one of those things where, you know, they don't really care anymore. And that's a bad thing, because, you know, if you spend what, say, $500 million, or, you know, on an entire brand, why don't you really want to start working with it? Why don't you start wanting to actually do stuff rather than just fuck about a bit?
Again, I think that goes back to them not knowing what they want to do or how to even push that project. You know what I mean? It's Power Rangers. And to the casuals and to everyone else, Power Rangers is a joke. So when you hear the Power Rangers, it's like, I ain't watching that shit. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard for them to even put to paper what they think could be successful, because let's face it, no one's going to put anything to screen or put money behind anything that they want to fail. So everyone has been trying their hardest to make this one of the best products out, but it failed 3 times in a row consecutively. Like there was not one hit.
I mean, I kind of actually liked the first Power Ranger movie though. That was my favorite one. I hated Turbo.
I hated Turbo as well.
I hated Turbo movie. I feel like it was too cheap in Turbo.
I think
yes, that's it. Us fans, we like it, but they're not making a movie for just fans. If that's the case, they don't have to spend all that money. They can spend $10 and just put this TV show on the big screen, and the fans will be happy because it's on the big screen. So they just make a movie for everyone else, and they can't even gain the interest of that. They can't gain the interest from anyone.
You know, when they did the Power Ranger first movie, I think what was that, 97, right? Or that was 95?
95.
Okay, 95. All right. The one in 95, you know, that was going on at the same time season 3 was going on. So it was kind of like confused at the same time, because it was like, who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is Ivan Ooze? And then you go on the show, you see Ninja, and you know, it was kind of like caused a little confusion a little bit when you know, I don't think I noticed when you know, when season 3 was happening, the Power Rangers, when that and the movie came out at the same time, it was like a little confusing. It was like they showed like 2 different alternative motive of storyline.
Yeah, Power Rangers introduced a multiverse to a bunch of fans before they even said it was a multiverse, because that's what was happening. It was in its own pocket dimension. It had nothing to do with the show, which is why we got both origin stories of how they got their ninja on the jetty powers. Again, they don't know what they were doing. They try to, it's still up in the air.
Like I can give you a prime example. Like we had Darcy in the movie, right? We got Ninja on the show. They gave him ninja powers. You know what I'm saying? Darcy gave him ninja powers. You know what I'm saying? The Zord was not the same as the one on the show. You know what I mean? They did that. They could have put, you know, they showed 2 different Zords. One had an ugly old head on that shit, on that particular part of the movie. That was the ugliest Zord ever on the head. Well, you go on the show, you see, that's who's supposed to be. Why didn't put that in the movie? Like, it was so off back in that time frame. But it also caused confusion, because I was confused. I was young. Yeah, I was like, yo, why? I don't remember Ivan was on the show. Where he came about? But they should really did bring Ivan Ooze more out, give him more exposure, because maybe we need a backstory of Ivan Ooze. If he fought the Rangers from years ago, a long time ago, they could at least bring him back, or at least on the comic book. Just about Ivan Ooze. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I think the main reason why they didn't like use Ivan Ooze, it could be a rights thing where it's like this character is made up for someone else, so they didn't want to kind of confuse the TV show. But I always thought, like, if you were to have the metallic, like if you were to have metallic armor, why not use the movie suits? It would make more sense to use that than it would do anything else. But I think just in general, a lot of people
Okay.
just didn't give a shit about it, and it was more kind
glitter
of
suits. That's what I call them. Them girly glitter suits. I know you talking about. That's the girly suits. It's like a Power Ranger girly as hell on there, bro. I was like, damn, look at that joint. That joint was hurting my eye.
yeah. So, so
The
I
helmets was tight though. I like the helmets though. The helmets was tight. It just the suit didn't match with the helmets like that either.
yeah.
You
I,
could tell. It was like two different shades of colors. Especially on the Pink Ranger and the Yellow Ranger. The Yellow Ranger was like she turned Gold Ranger.
yeah, she did. Yeah, glitter can do that to you now these days.
I was like, damn, Yellow Ranger's Gold Ranger now. Well,
Yeah.
he's the first Gold Ranger that turned yellow from gold. Just like Zeo. Man, if they ever come out with a Zeo movie, it maybe like it gotta be based on like the show part. They cannot change. They cannot ruin that, man. You cannot ruin Zeo.
I think
If they ever made a Zeo film, they're gonna have to change the
oh,
story.
yeah. Well, apparently, what they did is they actually promised, like, to get the Gold Ranger twins, the triplets.
Mm.
They actually promised them, if you can do this, we'll give you a Zeo movie. And they were like, all right, cool. And then they were like, yeah, nah, fuck off, bye. I was just like, dear God. But to be fair, like I think that was really, really bad for what they were gonna do. But to me, I'm just like, so.
I don't know.
I mean, hey, I would take that offer. Man. I want to go Zeo movie, man. I go Zeo movie. I just want a Zeo movie. Period. I love the Gold Ranger. I always loved the way he considered a Black Ranger, but either way, I take either or. I love the Gold Ranger, man. I was want to
You
be.
on to something. You on to something, D, because I was gonna say we have to get to a Zeo movie if they want to follow, the order of Power Rangers, but we have
But
to have a successful
we try
NPR
to do that.
first.
But they was trying
So,
to do that with the that 2017 to bring. It's like they was going too fast on that. Like, oh, well, so we gonna have to go Zeo movie next, or y'all gonna bring out the Green Ranger next? Which one y'all talking about? Because it's like they brought two subjects on that movie. They're going for
Mm.
the Zeo crystals, and then you see the Green Ranger at the high school with just his shirt. So it was like, damn, what two story y'all gonna do? Damn, we
I
ain't got the White Ranger yet. Damn, what y'all trying to do? Y'all got seem like y'all going to Zeo first and the Green Ranger. How'd this go fit?
I just think that we're going to get a Zeo film in around about 20 years time, when after we've had 19 versions of MMPR, because they can't figure it out.
So I'm guessing you're gonna redo Turbo too.
I don't know.
Skip
Yeah,
that.
I'm going back to what we talked about like 40 episodes ago. They need to just do a Turbo movie. It's cars. Everyone has cars. Easy accessible. You ain't got to design no crazy designs for no dinosaurs or no pyramidas. Go to cars. You got
Hmm.
Teslas. That's a Megazord. That's the Pink Ranger Zord. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I go Turbo straight up. We
you
getting a
know what?
whole new movie.
When they did that Turbo movie, it's like they skipped the Zeo right there. That right there, they just skipped Zeo right there. Like that, you could just put out a Zeo movie, then drop the Turbo movie. Boom, you got three movies already.
Technically, Zeo was in that movie. Zeo
Man,
Ranger 1 Pink.
yeah,
She
morph in the
morphed.
water. Who morphs in the water? Tell you.
Hey,
Yeah. Cat does.
We only got that
hey,
little.
she tried to save her leg from being completely obliterated. Okay, I would have morphed too. But who knew the morpher wouldn't work in water? Like, how many times have we seen Power Rangers get thrown in water? And then all of a sudden, she can't morph or complete the morph. It was like repellent or
Hmm.
kryptonite.
Yeah, I mean, that is true though. It's like, oh, all of a sudden she can't morph. What she got the wrong morph on or something? She got the one not waterproof? She forgot to put the cover on the jump. I mean, what are we missing here?
Apple didn't design it. It was Samsung.
God damn it! Now we know. Now we know who to blame.
Yeah,
Oh,
because that scene would piss me off. Like, oh, I want to see her. I get to see her more finally. Zoop. That's it. Then the whole
yeah.
wonderful pink. What? That's
Yeah,
it.
they didn't care. So that makes me kind of disheartened because I would have loved to have seen more of Zio, but maybe they were like,
Mhm.
oh shit, we have to put this in because fuck everyone else. Like, keep the fans happy.
Again, you just hit the nail on the head. Keep the fans happy. I say fuck the fans.
Yeah, but they're gonna say fuck us at the end of the day anyway. They always say fuck us. That's what
No, they don't.
no,
We always say
no.
they don't care about the fans, but yet look at the 2017 movie. It was so much fanfare up in there that derailed it. In the beginning of the movie, the first half of it was great. The second half, y'all just had to throw in the Power Ranger isms, okay? When I say Power Ranger isms, I mean the weird jumping around, hi y'all, and yes, we're Power Rangers type ish stuff. It was just that if you was going to save the world from a battle, I don't see anyone fighting like that at all. Let's do super slide. Let's fly through the air and say woo. Like it was just weird. It became too Power Ranger for the sake of it. So they need to get away with that Power Ranger isms.
I think they should have just gone good old street fighting, like literally
Exactly.
no hold bars back, like proper. Oh my god, here comes Ivan Ooze, windmill that bad boy. Come on, go and
All right, so
fight.
what do you think about Dino Fury then? Y'all think that's even better? And
Yes,
then
Dino Fury has some of the greatest stud teams that I've seen lately. Just the opening for season 2 was amazing. Izzy's and her brother Javi's what is his name? Javier or Javi, whatever his name is.
Javi.
Introduction. That's when I fell in love with those two characters because their fighting style, they came out the gate, they was brutal as hell. Izzy came out and double kneed a motherfucker in the chest, was like, get the fuck down. Her brother came out of nowhere, sliced a dude, threw him her sword, and like kicked the dude so far across the screen. It's like, yeah, this is what I like for Power Rangers. They're actually fighting for a reason. They're not just fighting just to show
so the only
they're
thing
Power
is
Rangers.
they're gonna keep it up with it like that. That's the only
Yes,
thing.
they have. So far, it's
No,
been
no,
consistent.
no. I'm talking about they had to keep it up to the. Are they gonna keep it up to the ongoing season if they ever
Uh,
come up? That's my only issue. Is they're gonna keep it up.
I think so.
They could at least make it a little bit darker though. You know what I'm saying? They could at least make it a little darker because a lot of people want to see like horror movie type shit nowadays. We don't want to see no more. We want to see action with horror movies. Suspense. That's the word. More like a
Suspense and drama and the reasons a person is fighting, not just because they're fighting to fight. It needs
right.
stakes. Stakes.
Right.
I think Dino Fury is getting there because we have hints of that. You brought it up earlier in this conversation about Void Knights and his wife or girlfriend, whoever the hell she was to him. Those are stakes now. The stakes are high because what is he going to do? His love of his life just pretty much told him, let's kill all humans. And he's like, I don't care about the humans, but we ain't got to kill them. I just wanted you. So now we got you. Let's get off this planet. She's like, no, I want to blow this shit up. There's
Yo,
stakes there.
that was a crazy episode, man. That episode was crazy.
It was a
I
good
was like,
one.
yo. Then she took all the orb and transformed into like a kind of like a Sentai person though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I,
And,
she came from Tokuja. How bad is it? Like, it's like we don't want to give you your own season because no one likes trains, but we do like your bad guys, so we're gonna take your bad guys. And I'm just like, that's actually pretty funny. But can you
so
imagine? Can
you
you
know, I
can
was
you?
hoping he would turn brown instead of purple.
Oh yeah, he'll do that at some point, won't he? But can you imagine, like, you spend an entire year gathering all the stuff for your girl. You're like, yeah, this is gonna bring you back, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna go out. Like, we can escape. That's what we want. I've not seen you for a while. You've been like this for years. And she's like, no, fuck it. I'm gonna blow this shit up. See you later, boy. And you're like, oh, fuck's sake, I did this all for you, bitch.
right.
And she's like, man, fuck that. Let's kill everybody in this world.
Yeah, let's just take revenge on all of human mankind but they've not done anything, babe. Well, let's fucking just do it, because fuck these guys.
Yeah, the lost when she said that, like, wait, what you do? What are you talking about? I got you. Wait, why you want to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand her method behind it either. Maybe, in a second part of season 2 with the drops, we get some more backstory as to why she hates us all of a sudden. Because your ass was asleep since I heard you landed. You was asleep, so you don't even know us. So why the fuck you
The
hate
whole
me?
first season.
Exactly. Your ass was knocked out enjoying your slumber. So why do you hate us so much?
Yeah.
But moving on
Lord,
from
his Lord could be, it can be from the Mystic Force, man. What's that jump from the Mystic Force, man?
the Titan Zord,
The one with
Titan
the
Mystic Zord.
The Titan, Titan Megaforce or whatever it is. Mystic Titan.
yeah.
Speaking of, let's go side derail real quick. Speaking of them Zords, I miss the Power Rangers turning into the Megazords. Like that was the most original I've seen so far. They actually turned into the Zord. Like we don't have that anymore. I want to see that again. Sorry.
Yeah, we
Side
gotta have that, man. We gotta have that. That Mr. Force, when they did that joint Mr. Force, that was dope. That was dope.
So what we need to do then is go to Japan, bust into Toei, and say, look, boys, can make them turn into their Zords, and they're like, holy crap, how'd you get in? Make them the Zords, and we'll go. And they're like, all right, kind, fair dues. The next one you are. Like, that's how it's meant to be done. Thank you, Power Ranger Nation.
Exactly, because I'm tired of these cockpits and not an actual cockpit. Like, if y'all gonna be in a cockpit, at least let me see you sit down, use controls again. Don't just stand up there, swinging your arms and legs, and the Zord is automatically fighting or whatever. I'm tired of seeing that. It's been like 7 seasons already.
Well, you know that shield Void Knight got, right? Ain't that's the same shield from the dude from the Mr. Force?
Korak, I
Yeah.
swear, he's like Korak 2.0.
Yeah, I swear. I was like, yo, that's the same fucking shield, yo. Might be a different sword, but that's the same shield. That's the shield with the eye on it.
It's slightly different, but yeah, it's Korak 2.0.
Yeah, it's too similar.
But I
Too
kind of
similar in design.
Void Knight brother though, man. I ain't gonna front. Now his Korak, he could turn to Korak though. It would be dope though.
Well, he is Korak 2.0. He's gonna turn into a good Ranger. They already set it up. It is already annoying me. I just want a villain to be a villain straight through and through. I don't want them to have a character arc all the time. Like you ain't always gotta be the good guy. Let's just be a bad guy.
Void Knight turned sympathizer.
I was gonna say every single bad guy that we've had has never turned around and gone, right, I'm gonna be a good guy. It's I think this is the first time that we've seen it in a long time where it's just like, oh shit, I don't want to be a bad person. I just want to.
Are you sure?
Yeah. He want the Ranger to help kill his girl now, man.
Because if we go from the beginning, Tommy was the bad guy. Granted, he was underneath a spell, so you can't really count him too much. But Rita and Zed.
Oh, if we're going from
they was always good guys apparently, because when Zordon was destroyed and they showed their true form, they was lovey-dovey humans.
Oh, yeah, and Rita was the Green Ranger then.
Exactly. See, she was a good guy.
Yeah, but that to be fair was
Zordon. I'm going to start my own clique. That's basically what she did.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna go all the way back to thing, yeah, fair enough. Like, yeah, it hasn't. I was thinking it hasn't been done in like a long time, so it's not like it's like, I don't know, say, what was the last season that you had the bad guys being all like that, so I can understand it, but
maybe.
Hey,
the purest bad guy we had was Evox. Okay.
Oh yeah, he was 10 years in them.
Bad guy too. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, who did you say? Who?
I said the Quantum Ranger was too. The Time Fire. He was one too. I was just kidding. No. He would make a good bad guy though. He would though. Eric did. He would make a good bad guy on Turbo though. I mean not Turbo. On Time Force. Too many T's to remember.
Everyone just loves Turbo. That's what it is.
What was you saying, Mark?
I know. I was just gonna say most of the bad guys were all right. So yeah,
I thought you
Turbo
was about
stuff's.
to come with some epic explanation about bad guys and the mental development of how their characters develop. And I was about to, he about to get into it, and you said no, they okay.
Oh, if you want to go into mental development, basically, Saban got really bored and was just like, "How do we wrap up everything in one big go?" And then they went, "Yeah, let's fucking just turn them all into good guys or dust." And it was just like, "Holy shit, that's it. That's all it is." And there we
No,
go. And that's
seriously,
yeah,
seriously.
that's how they got it. So happy days. So how to kill off all your bad guys in one go? Just turn them into people.
Good guys. Speaking of Down to Fury and Netflix, all the episodes, well, part one of season 2 dropped all at once.
Hmm.
Do you think that formula works for Power Rangers? Because once it dropped, people talked about it maybe 2 days, 3 days, 5 days at the max. No one talks about it anymore.
To be fair, I don't think it works because at the end of the day, it gets to the point where you want more. So, and if it was something like, say, do you know how like when you watch a Marvel film, it says at the end like Doctor Strange will return in so and so, and you go, oh shit, yeah, that's really 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 cool. I think that's what they should have done because I think that they don't do it. Like if it said something like Dino Fury will return in August, you then give people the I really want to know, or this is the next one. This is when I'm going to expectedly see it. Because if you went to say Simon Bennett and you were like, Simon, when's it coming out? And he was just like, well, I don't know, beats me. You kind of think, oh shit, well, that's not really, really good. So I think that they should at least say, coming back in this time, because now I know when it is. I'm not having to wait. Could be out next year for all we know.
Right. But let me rephrase my question then. Um, do you think dropping episodes all at once benefit Power Rangers or do it hurt it in the end?
Hurts it because if you let's say you put every single episode straight away, people binge watch it, and then when it comes into the rate, like when it comes to looking at it, you go, oh, so the first week everybody watched it and it did really amazing. Second week, okay, yeah, some people dropped off. Third week, no one's really watching it, and then like months later down the line, you're like, no one's watching this anymore. You know, occasionally you'll get like a few stragglers that will come back and watch it, but not everybody will watch it. So I
Mhm.
kind of think that if you've done it weekly and gone, this is what we're going to do weekly, people come back and they watch it. They want to watch it. They go, yeah, this is what I want to watch, and it brings people back. So doing it weekly and then doing it over 22 episodes, people instantly want to watch more. So like for me personally, I think a week doing it each week would have been so much better than doing it, say, like dropping the first 11 episodes and then that's it.
Right. See, I'm on the fence because I don't know which side I'm going to fall on. I like binging shows, but I also wanted to stay around where it keeps my interest from week to week because I do want to start a conversation. I like reading comments, on Twitter, social media about what people like, didn't like, how they felt about the episode, and all this and that. So I'm thinking maybe if they change the formula because it's not just with Power Rangers, it's with original shows dropping all at
Mm.
once. Um, The Boys over on Amazon Prime. I love that show. I wish sometime I can get, more than one episode to drop, but I don't know if I would like it if all the episodes would drop at once. So I'm kind of on the fence. Maybe if Dino Fury drops 2 episodes a week, would that be sufficient?
I think I think it goes down to the thing of like if you're going to watch The Boys, it's more like after you watch The Boys, what would you normally watch? Is it just do you go back and watch say previous episodes, or is it once it's done, you come back in say a year's time?
To be honest, once I've watched a show, it's done. I never went back and watched another Run none of it. It's not
Hmm.
like a movie for me where I want to rewatch it. Um, Maybe that's just my mental state because it's like a film. I could rewatch that over and over. But for a TV show, would you think I should watch it over and over just in case I miss something? I just don't because I don't have an interest because the story isn't over. So I want to continue forward and not go backwards, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I think so. Like when I like sometimes I'll like I really like Heroes. You know, not many people either remember it or it was that bad, but I really love watching Heroes at times. But I can only watch it like X amount of times, so I'm not gonna turn around and go right. I've watched season one, so I'm gonna go watch season two again. So I'll watch it in a couple of years. Same things like with Flash. Like there'll be times where I'm like, do you know what? I really really fancy watching the Flash from season one upwards, but I know it's not going to be something that I watch religiously. So I'll
Hmm.
introduce new people to it. I'll see what people like, and then I'll kind of go, yep, that's absolutely fine. So I kind of think that if you can go back and watch it later, it's absolutely fantastic. But I do kind of feel like if you drop it all in once, you're not going to go back and rewatch the entire series. So I think when it comes to Dino Fury and then releasing it all in one go, I feel like it's not the best thing in the world. I again, weekly what makes it you anticipate it. So again, like when you said that you watch The Boys, if you dropped it all in one go and you binge watched it, would that keep the suspense up, knowing that you have to wait? I don't know. You don't have to wait, but compared to say, doing it weekly, you can then go, okay, I'm looking forward to it next week.
Right. I don't know. Again, like I'm on the fence because I do like episodic shows weekly,
Mm,
but then I also feel like if it's not giving me what I need during that episode, I would like a second one to kind of get that fix so I could feel satisfied. And
yeah.
I'm not always satisfied sometimes with a weekly release. Some
Mm,
shows should be binged. Absolutely.
yeah.
Um, is Power Rangers one of them though? I don't know. Maybe if they were longer.
Mm.
You know what I
Wait.
mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean. I think it is to the point where, but you can have, say, some shows that, let's say, Heroes is a really good example where you could have a really shit show and be like, oh fuck, this is the worst thing, but then the last 2 minutes of the show, you're like, holy shit, that's amazing, and it makes you want to watch the next one. So I think when it comes to it, I think there is a difference, but again, it's all down to preference. I would
Yeah.
much rather have liked a weekly thing because now there's nothing for the fans to kind of talk about. There isn't anything where you know what's coming next week. So I feel like now that Power Rangers completely disappeared for me, so I'm not particularly that bothered.
True. True. But you bring up a good point with Heroes. And
Mm.
yes, I did enjoy Heroes very much. I
It
love
was
Claire. I love Hito. I love his whole story. But I
it,
did not like Heroes Reborn.
it was shit, wasn't it? It was fucking wank.
That
Like,
made Flash season 6 or whatever it is looks amazing.
I wouldn't say that. Heroes. I don't know. No, I fucking hated here. Like the Heroes Reborn. Like I was so excited for it to come back. I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be fucking amazing. And it was just like, oh, where's it's like in the first episode. It's just like, so what happened to Peter and Nathan? Yeah, my
Right.
boys just disappeared. Well, I want to know what the fuck. Where did they go? And it's like, yeah, they disappeared. No, give me fucking answers. Like, don't give me fucking shit. Like, I want to know what happened to the most interesting characters, and it's just like, oh yeah, they just died. Like for Claire dying from a stupid storyline. Oh my baby, its powers is to absorb one of the powers. That's how Claire died.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
that was ignorant when she has literally she can't die. She's immortal, but she dies from her baby.
Yeah, that it fucking wound me up the whole series, and it's just because they just couldn't really be bothered, and it's just like, dude, seriously, fucking get it sorted, get it done.
I think it was just a money grab. Sometimes the creators has no interest. They already told their story and it's completed, and then you have the people in the suits come up and like, well, continue this because we own you, so do so. We saw the same thing happen with this Matrix 4 movie. The
Which
creators didn't want shit to do with that. The actors was done. The story has been told. There's no need to revisit it. So when they forced, the creators to do so, we got that shit movie. And I'm not mad at Lana at all. I would have butchered that shit too. Like, you know what, actors, I love y'all, but we're gonna fuck this movie up to make them regret forcing us to do this. But at least they made a cohesive story with it. I would have butchered it. I would have made like Neo. I would even made hit so meta where he was like a game creator. I would just made Neo, sleeping on the floor. I would have made Trinity a prostitute. I would have completely trashed the movie. Like, fuck you, WB.
really go hard on it and be like, fuck you
Exactly.
guys.
Like, here go your movie. You wanted this is trash. They would have been fighters anymore. They would have been singing and song, dancing and everything like that. It would have been a musical. Morpheus would have been dead. I would have him come back, but he would have been a dog this time.
Just there watching Neo constantly going, yeah.
That's it. I would have butchered that movie. And that brings me to the point of, do you think that a lot of these studios are just forcing properties to continue to go on past their prime or past their story?
Yeah.
Um,
Like 100%. It the way that I see it is how do you get someone talking about the proper, like talking about it again? You'd instantly go, do you know what? Let's make this. Let's bring out the nostalgia, and that's what I think people like all the time. And to
right.
me personally, I'm not a huge fan of it. Like I think that you let it die 100%. Let the series die, because you don't need to. I don't need another Matrix film. What am I, 1993? No, I'm not. I don't give a shit. Regardless of, it's never called for it, and you'll always get the worst one ever. It's like how, say, what other film? Like, why not make a brand new film? Like, why not make it with different characters? Have a cameo of Thingy coming back, and that's all I want. I don't want
Mm-hmm.
another Matrix film with actors that don't look it. Like, looking how I didn't watch it because, to be fair, I just couldn't be asked. But looking at, say, how Trinity was in, say, Jessica Jones and stuff, is I didn't even recognize her.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, I was just like, why am I looking at this? I don't need to. So to me, I just thought, it's fucking wank. But
It was a bad movie. It was a bad movie, and you could tell that, Neo and Carrie Fisher, they just came back because Lana was forced. They was like, okay, we're gonna come back and just do it with you, because they love each other or whatever. But you could tell the movie was, it was so thrown together. It was like, well, they forcing us to do it, so what we gonna do?
yeah,
We could be in a video game, and my character Trinity was like, well, shit. I don't know what the fuck you want me to do. I could just come in at the end and I could take Neo's spot, or we could both be the one or whatever. It was really like that movie was pitched, like how we pitch shows, like we just coming up with shit out of the air and put it to paper and film it. That's literally how it was done. And I'm not mad at them for doing that, because WB should have just shut the hell up. Why do we need a reboot or a continuation of a story that has already been completed? It was a beginning, a middle, and an end.
yeah.
So,
It's how I kind of think of, like, say, how Terminator is. So you obviously have Terminator 1. It's about Kyle going back in time,
right.
obviously giving birth to John Connor, or impregnating Sarah Connor. Second one is obviously it's time skipped, so it's John Connor as a kid, so obviously try and kill him off. But then when it comes to Terminator 3, it has the full circle where it's John Connor in his adult. He then has to, the war is coming, and then you get him to where he's meant to be, and then it's like, shit, we're going to send you back in time. And that, to me, I think is much more of a finished story, which then does it in a circle.
Exactly.
But I don't think that they see it like that. And I feel like that to me is, yeah, I just don't like it, because you've just messed up an entire decent storyline. just for the sake of it, just to make a few bucks. And I think that's what winds me up the most.
Yeah, they keep stretching things, and that brings us back to now our main focal point. Do you think Power Ranger had lived past its prime? You know, we had a story complete there with MMPR going into Zeo, going into Turbo, going into space. That was a complete story. Could have ended there. Do you think it's been stretched so far to now? I mean, I know we're 30 seasons in at this point, if you count the sub seasons like Alien and all that.
Um, I generally don't think like it's finished its course, because I feel like you have a lot more to give from the show. Because I mean, look at Super Sentai. That's been going on for 46 years now.
Mhm.
So the way that I kind of see it is the fact that, you know, if they can produce a show that keeps on going, I feel like you could easily keep Power Rangers going. I think it's just stuck in this motif of Mighty Morphing, and I think it's a downfall to how nostalgia is. If you look at, say, Super Sentai, look, you know, their most popular seasons, you know, Gokaiger, you know, Jetman and stuff like that. Japan never focused on it. They never focus on the same thing over and over and over again. What they do focus, you know, they focus on, if anniversaries, you know, Aka Red comes back, or, you know, this person comes back. But technically, you don't see it all like a role. I can't word. It doesn't go around the same character. Like, you know,
Right.
Aka Red's, you know, he's
It
not.
doesn't revolve around Tommy.
Yeah, where, you know, like in Power Rangers, it's all about Tommy. It's all about how people want him back. Where in Japan, like where people like Aka Red, you know, if he comes back, majority of the time is, here's your power. I'm here to save. You know, I'm here to give you some speech, and then I'm fucking off. And then you
Right.
never see him ever again. And I feel like that's what it needs to be. It's Power Rangers moves on, but we're so stuck in this loop because Power Rangers Mighty Morphing is the one thing that people want, and that's the only thing that they want. That's it. There's no happy medium. It's Mighty Morphing or nothing.
Yeah, you just said something that stuck with me when you said Power Rangers moves on. I think that's the issue. Power Ranger doesn't know how to move forward. I think it's stuck in park or neutral.
Yeah.
There was this meme I saw earlier today on Twitter. Someone posted the Adam West Batman from the 60s. How it was very goofy and cheesy and cartoony. That was Power Rangers. Then they also posted a side by side of Adam West and Robert Pattinson, the Batman.
Yeah.
They showed the dual personalities and how Batman the character evolved from then to now. If we do that with Power Rangers, we don't have the Batman of Power Rangers. We still have the Adam West. Power Rangers did not evolve. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's, you can evolve it, but I feel that maybe different audiences are completely different. Think about how Power Rangers was in the 90s, and if you asked probably any of your friends who aren't Power Ranger fans, and they may just turn around and go, "Oh yeah, that kids show that they all dressed up in this. Oh yeah, I remember that. Fucking hell, it's like they did that." And you're like, so you've not gone past the part where it's more for like adults. It's always for kids. Oh, I'm never gonna watch Power Rangers. Fleazy people with the robots. And you just go, "Oh, fuck's sake, guys, seriously." So I think it's more, you've got to try and move past it. But people are stuck on the 90s, like explosions and goofy suits, and, you know, one fat man and one thin man always falling over. So
But it's not their fault. It's Power Rangers' fault because they haven't progressed anything past that. Everything going forward has been the same or a regurgitated version of it. Ben and Betty is just Bulk and Skull.
yeah.
Morty and Victor is just Bulk and Skull. Every Power Ranger team is just Kimberly, Jason, Tommy, Trini, Zach, Billy. It's the same thing over and over. But you go to that same person you brung up, you know, as an example. You remember Batman Adam West? Yeah, but I also remember Michael Keaton and Christian Bale. Oh, and I love Batfleck. Oh, and I love this new Robert Pattinson. They can name all these different iterations of Batman. You can see the evolution in their names just there. But Power Rangers, oh, that kid show, oh, because it's still stuck in the same, like you said, motif. And that's going to kill Power Rangers if it's not dead already. I mean, it's dead. The only thing keeping it alive is us talking about it. That's it.
I think the reason is Batman and even any of the other superheroes are like household names, where Power Rangers to me is only limited. And I think that even as it grew over time, it's now reverted back to where it is. But when you kind of think about it, Batman's always he's gonna like punch people, he's gonna do stuff. But you've also had comic books, you had video games, you also had a very decent animated series that people have watched. So you've had different versions of Batman, not just like the films where you like Michael Keaton or Kevin Costner, even George Clooney. But when it comes to some of these other characters, that you've had other mediums where Batman's done it, like Justice League the cartoon. I've now, like, as much as I love like all the other Justice League, or all the other DC films in animated form, Justice League sticks in my head the most because I grew up as a kid watching it. But anyone can jump in and watch Justice League and go, oh my god! Like there's a scene where you've got Wally West going against Lex Luthor when he's fused with Brainiac, where he's literally running around the world super fast, getting rid of Brainiac. But then it's like you could watch that anytime where you come to Power Rangers and you're forced with Bulk and Skull doing something, or I've got a headache, and you're like, all right, cool, nice one, cheers for that. And then you've got so much around that area that can just put people off.
So it's just stuck in its time.
Yeah, but it's not. It progressed past everything, but now it's gone back to Bulk and Skull type thing where not many people like it, but it's on Nickelodeon, and maybe now when it moves to Netflix, it may get better. But I feel like right now it's just stuck, and I think that's it.
Power Rangers stuck season.
Yeah, it's just the same thing. You're like, God damn it. Why are you stuck in the past? God damn Nickelodeon.
Well, just like Power Rangers has run its course, this episode has ran its course. Because guess what? There's nothing going on in the Power Ranger fandom right now because we don't have any movie news. The comic is still going long and strong. But that's about it.
Yeah, I think, Power Rangers need something, but it's also because it's at the helm of another company right now. I feel that, I think it's just going to be stuck. Like, look at Transformers. There's nothing Transformers. My Little Pony, I think, is just recently finished. There's nothing out there to me that shouts, hey, this is cool, this is something different. And I think right now, it's just we're stuck so hard, and it's just like, fuck's sake, what have we got next? Nothing. And it's just like, I want something new.
I think 2024, 2025 is going to be the years Power Rangers really pop off and become out of Power Rangers. We won't be laughing inside or eternally crying when we hear Power Rangers.
Yes.
Well,
I mean, if it ended tomorrow, I don't think I would hate it, because I think I'd want the show to continue as much as possible. But at the end of the day, I think I'd be all right with it, because then it just means that we'd get one big blown out season, and I feel like that's what we kind of need. But will it happen? I have no idea.
I don't know either. We don't hear anything.
No,
but
I think that's the bad thing. But what are we gonna do? Nothing.
Wait for a Fan First Friday, which I think my prediction, we may have one April 15th. That is just what I'm saying. I'm putting it out there.
Yeah.
14th, excuse me, April 14th. That's a Friday.
Yeah. if it's cool that they do, I think I would kind of like it. The only thing that we got is ninjas. We've got more Mighty Morphing. They'll probably announce like the HasLab thing, whatever it's going to be. Which, to be fair, it's going to be Titanus. Like 100%, it's going to be fucking Titanus. So I feel like that's going to be a thing that we're going to see. And I think it's just loads of problems. Like we've had more Mighty Morphing over the years than kind of anything. And I think that kind of annoys me. Did you know? So I was working this out when it came to Lightning figures. So over 3 years, you think that having Mighty Morphing, you'd have at least 140, say 141, 144 figures. You think that you would have every single, at least a majority of Rangers done. How many Mighty Morphing figures do you think there are?
If there's out of 144, I'd say a good 90 of them are Mighty Morphin.
Okay, that's quite a high number. It's actually 53 or 54 Rangers.
Wow.
Yeah, out of everything. And do you know what? I'm just like, holy fucking shit. Like, to me personally, I would have wanted at least one member of each team and stuff like that. But no. It was wank. So yeah, that's the thing I found out the other day when I was working it out.
Yeah, now I'm thinking about it. The only figures I could think of in Lightning Collection are Power Rangers. Candy coated, metallic, MMPR Season 1, MMPR Season 2, MMPR Bad Guys, 17 versions of Tommy.
Actually, to be fair, it's actually Kimberly this time that's had more people than anything, like more figures of her made. And I was like, holy shit, that's something different.
Right. We got like 12 Kimberlys, 3 versions of Ranger Slayer. I'm surprised they won't come off the helmetless version of Ranger Slayer, or a grayed out version of Ranger Slayer, a purple version of Ranger Slayer, the Ranger Slayer version from the upgraded version that we got in Legacy Wars.
Yeah.
Have you seen like the shoulder pads? You'll get that version.
Yeah. Then you'll get the what else would you get? Then you'd get the Ranger Slayer going to the shop, Ranger Slayer with a friend going on a night out, Ranger Slayer doing her taxes, Kimberly doing this, Kimberly doing that. So
hey, you funny that. I do want to see Power Rangers do more normal stuff. I want to see them do taxes. I want to see the Power Rangers going out to eat. I want to see the Power Rangers have a panic attack in their Ranger suit because they didn't get a chance to go to the restroom. I want to see Power Rangers go do some stuff like that.
Just Kimberly busting for a wee, going, oh god, I really need a wee, and it's just like, you can't, you've got a monster, and it's just like, fuck's sake, I didn't sign up for this, and it's just like slightly bigger bulge just around the area of her bladder, and you're like, god damn it.
That's funny. But before we go on, before we leave out this episode, I do want to see Power Rangers fight more villains, like more human villains. Earlier we spoke about the Turbo movie, and it was very, what's the word I want to look for? Refreshing to see Jason actually fight a snake. Wasn't a Power Ranger villain. I want to see Power Rangers fight more things that are real world. They're just intergalactic beings. I want to see them face up against like Power Ranger bank robbers or something. You know what I mean? Like I want something that attaches it to the human world more. Like let them try to save I don't know, a train accident or something. That sounds horrible. I know, but you know what I mean? Save a train from crashing or something. Like I want to see that.
So basically save their entire franchise because the entire thing's a train wreck at the moment. So they're trying to save the franchise.
Yeah, I want to see the Power Rangers be more heroes, or
yeah.
I mean they are heroes. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm not using the right vernacular, but I want to see them do more real things. Like,
Do that
I don't
taxes.
know, y'all in Zors crashing buildings and shit. Let me see y'all help save the people that y'all just trampled to death. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see that.
This is the insurance company coming up at them and being like, "Oh, hey, do you know that you're costing our company like billions of dollars per week? Could you stop that, please? Could you please stop that?"
Yeah. Yes. I want to see that. Like, Spider-Man fights humans and stuff like that. I want to see the Power Rangers go against a bad human. Like, why they gotta have power? So let me
Yeah,
make my own Power Ranger suit or whatever. It's the government is where I'm getting at.
government
Operation
intervenes.
Hexagon.
See, I think that would be really cool. Like if they turn around and actually did that for, if they did that for a season, like, or maybe if that is the Netflix thing that they're working on, like the thingy, I think that would work. Personally, I think that would work really, really well.
Right.
I just want to see Tommy beat the shit out of Jason, or Jason beat the shit out of Tommy. That's what I
Civil
want.
War.
Yeah, I think that would be kind of bit awesome to see. I think it'd be a little bit different than what we've got now. But do you know what? I'd be like, fuck it, yeah. Why not? Bring it together, like the train wreck that is Power Rangers.
Well, let's definitely put that on our notepad and let's talk about that in the next episode.
I'm up for that. Train wrecking Power Rangers.
Right. Power Rangers doing taxes. Tax season is up.
Oh my God, Tommy, you're evading your taxes. What are you doing, son?
So you can't morph.
You're going to federal prison now.
It's been a pleasure talking to you fellas today. Even though Deshaun just disappeared. Where you at, D? Hello.
Just left. Like, fuck you guys. Talking about my favorite season, Turbo.
Well, on that note, guys, it's been a pleasure. We're gonna see y'all next week.
Mhm.
Peace.
Have fun.